everyone, welcome to Readings by Gwendolyn. This is Gwendolyn, and this video is about the new moon in Aquarius that is taking place today, February 8th. So I'm going to say what it means for each of the signs. There are some things that apply to all of the signs. There's a lot going on in terms of this is the first new moon in February, so it is the beginning of the new year in the Chinese tradition, and this year is the year of the monkey. So depending upon what year you were born, each one of us has an animal that's assigned to us in the Chinese tradition, depending upon the year we're born. And this year, 2016, is the year of the monkey. That's beginning on the moment of the new moon, and the new moon is taking place February 8th at 6:38 a.m. That's Pacific Standard Time. So it could be happening later if you're in a different time zone, or earlier, but if you're in the Pacific Standard Time Zone, it's at 6:38 a.m. Also, we have some interesting things happening with this new moon. Normally, new moons are a good time to begin something new. This particular new moon has a lot of aspects with Uranus, the planet Uranus. And what that means is that a lot of the other planets, 5 of the other major planets, are in alignment with Uranus in one way or another. So they're all aspecting or pointing to Uranus, and Uranus is the planet of revolution. It's a planet of insight, of science, of genius, of new information. So normally new moons are good for beginning something new, but I'm going to say with this new moon it's a time of revolution. Potentially something changing, not just beginning a new chapter of something, but something changing dramatically from the way you did something in the past to the way you may begin doing something going forward. So I will read for each sign what it means in regards to where the new moon is falling for each sign. But I also want to just say that it's revolution wherever it hits for you in your chart. And this new moon is happening at 19 degrees 16 Aquarius. So the Sabian symbol, we rounded up for Sabian symbols to the next degree, which is 20. 20 degrees Aquarius is a white dove bringing a message. So it's also an exaltation of individual effort. So what it says is that there's some new information coming to you, and whatever efforts you put towards creating revolution or accepting and receiving revolution in the area of your chart where the new moon hits, there's a real chance for exaltation of using this new information to create revolution in that area of your chart. So, without further ado, I'll begin on each sign. I'll also put in the comments below where each sign, the time at which each sign begins, so you can skip to your sign. So Aquarius, this new moon is happening in your first house of identity and self. So some of you may be going through a real transformation or even revolution of your identity in the next 6 months. It may be sowing the seeds right now, or the beginning of this, and you may see between now and the next 6 months, when we have the full moon in Aquarius, when it comes to fruition, of a revolution of the self. Now, what that may mean for you can be a lot of different things. It may mean that you are leaving old habits behind. It may mean that some of you are changing your name. It can go from anything as mundane as, just having different tastes and style or clothing or decorations or music, to something as, profound as having a name change, having a gender change, having a complete, like I get the image of someone being in the witness protection program. So a completely different identity, revolution of the identity. So that's interesting happening for you, Aquarius. If you notice between now and the next 6 months that something really shakes or changes, or that if you want to become someone new, it's an opportunity now to set major shifts and changes in your identity into place with this new information that's coming with this new moon and with this year of the monkey. The year of the monkey is it tends to be joyful and playful. Be careful about going overboard, but basically welcome your new self in, Aquarius. It's a wonderful time to look forward to that. For Pisces, this new moon is happening here in Aquarius in your 12th house, and this house is the house of the unconscious. So it could be that something that has been buried in your unconscious will begin to emerge, may become fully apparent 6 months from now when we get the full moon in Aquarius, but there may be a crack opening in your unconscious to let something out, something if you've been keeping something repressed, or if there's any sort of shadow or fear things, they may begin to come up to the surface for you. The 12th house can sometimes also represent things that constrict our freedom. It's the house that represents jails, asylums, institutions, hospitals, places that restrict our freedom. And so it's possible that with this revolution of the new moon in your 12th house, that there's some way in which you become less constricted, that your freedom just creates through that crack of opening and emerges. So, there may be a lot of ways in which it involves your unconscious, anything unconscious, beliefs that have been holding you back, unconscious fears or doubts. There's a revolution going on in your unconscious that may begin right around this new moon. You may notice some new freedoms or some new things bubbling to the surface regarding your unconscious thoughts or beliefs. So that's coming up for you in Pisces. That's fairly exciting because that's some pretty deep stuff. You may also want to pay attention and write down your dreams when 12th house energy is present. You may get some revolutionary insights from that, Pisces. So that's for Pisces. The next sign that we're looking at is Aries. Aries, this is happening in your 11th house of friendship, of humanity, of community. If you have been looking to create new community or have a revolution in the type of communities that you engage with or the types of friendships that you have, this is a time when you may get new information about what types of friends you want to be with, the deepening of your friendships, or you may want to start a new revolutionary community. If you've been having ideas about beginning a new community that totally transforms society, this is a good time to do it. If you've been looking at creating a whole new social network of friends, it's a wonderful time to do that. 11th house is also the house that, again, rules science. It rules humanity. It rules our social networks, the extended outward world and connections. So it's possible that you may develop a new social network. You may have some sort of innovation that you bring to light, something that transforms or revolutionizes science, transforms or revolutionizes the way people interact and come into community or come into developing friendships. So if you have ideas for that sort of thing, Aries, 11th house is a great time to do that. And also Aquarius is the ruler of the 11th house, so there's a lot of doubling of this Aquarian 11th house energy, all focused on your friends, your community, science, innovation, new information coming in. So pay attention to anything that you get an insight, a flash of lightning. That's all Uranus stuff. Again, Uranus is featured for this new moon. So you have like an open channel for information to come in. Uranus, which is the ruler of Aquarius, in your 11th house, new moon in Aquarius. You've got some wonderful mental insight coming, Aries, that may revolutionize things in some way or another. If you get an idea for an invention or something that can transform something, this is a great time to pay attention to that information that you receive. Taurus, for you, this new moon is in your 10th house. So this could be a revolution in your work or your career. If you have been looking to change your career, especially into something regarding humanity or the sciences, because those are ruled by Aquarius. Aquarius, when we talk about the age of Aquarius, it's the age when people connect with one another. That's when we're seeing the development of social networks in the Aquarian age. It's an age of focusing on humanity. So if you are looking to do something in the humanitarian field, changing your career to work in the humanitarian field, maybe revolutionizing the type of work that you do, because 10th house is all related to status, career, work, outer accomplishments, and recognition that we have in the world. If you're looking to begin something like a degree or something that you can walk out of with a certificate that's regarding humanity or sciences, or especially regards to your work or career, could be a great time to transform and revolutionize the type of work or career that you're doing. You may even have some innovation that happens in terms of your career. You may find that you discover something new while at work or regarding your work. So Taurus, good time to focus on new information coming into your career, revolution in terms of the type of career you have, especially if you're heading towards something that has to do with science or humanitarian efforts. Gemini, this new moon in Aquarius is happening in your 9th house. 9th house is the house of publishing, of higher learning. It's the house of religion, spirituality, of other philosophies and cultures, and also of travel. So if you were thinking of picking up and moving to a completely different country, this house of travel and exploration, it could be a revolution in terms of which country you live in. Or some people with Aquarius, with all this Uranus energy in the 9th house, you may change religions. Potentially, that kind of thing could be featured, or you may publish a book that has innovative new scientific ideas, or something that changes philosophies, something that's a revolutionary new philosophy, a way of looking at things. So Gemini, if you have any of those kind of urges or inklings, or things that you want to do that have to do with other cultures, other countries, philosophy, religion, or higher learning, that's all featured for you now with this new moon. If you're thinking about taking a class that involves higher learning, especially if it has to do with other cultures or other philosophies, or maybe it involves you traveling or publishing, wonderful time for that, Gemini. For Cancer, also Gemini, I want to say one other thing is it may happen over the course of the next 6 months. You may begin just planning that if there's any travel involved. For Cancer, this new moon is happening for you in the 8th house of secrets, of things that are taboo, of things that involve transformation, things that are hidden. So this could be new information that's coming in that has been hidden for a while and comes to the surface and transforms and revolutionizes everything. Some secret may be revealed to you, Cancer, during this new moon period from February 8th to the next 6 months when we get the full moon in Aquarius. This Aquarian new moon it's new information, or you may discover new information that was hidden from you before, information that was secret. Again, secrets being revealed, or some sort of revolution and transformation of yourself. Scorpio is normally the sign of sex and death, and they always say sex, death, and taxes. But it's a transformational house, 8th house. So, and it's usually about things that are hidden, taboo, secret. So you get revolution in terms of things coming out of the depths, things coming out of their secret hidden places, things that, you know, you may discover something about your family or friend or a situation that transforms and revolutionizes everything that you knew about that situation. So be ready for that, and it may be something that you discover about yourself that transforms yourself. That's all possible with 8th house stuff. It's all things that have been hidden and secret and you know, away from view. So something in Aquarius is going to disrupt and show new information that has been hidden there over the course of the next 6 months, Cancer. For Leo, this is happening in your 7th house of partnerships. So the way that you relate to others, the way that you have shown up in partnership may be transforming completely. It may be that the person that you were in a relationship, things change. It's just like the image of a chick breaking out of a shell. It doesn't necessarily have to mean the chick becomes something else. It just goes to another level of being. The chick in the shell is very different from being the animal that it is once it's broken out of that shell. So that's how this transformation can happen in terms of partnership. You may still be with the same partner, but the way that you interact may be revolutionized. You may get new information about your partner, or you may get new information about who you want to be in this dynamic. 7th house is always partnerships. You may change business partners. You may change romantic partners. You may just change how you participate in partnership, and that could just be coming to a new enlightenment with new information that you get from Aquarius, from this revolution, from this shaking things up. Usually there's chaos and disorder before order is reorganized. So it could be a disruptive phase that leads to a new level for you, Leo. That's what's going to be happening over the next 6 months, especially in regards to your partnerships. For Virgo, this is happening in your 6th house of health, daily lifestyle habits, your work, day-to-day routine. So it's potential that if you are working in a particular office, you may change offices. You may change, you know, how you work. So if you had been going into an office, you may now begin working from home, or vice versa. It's a change in your day-to-day routine. Also, if you had certain eating habits or health habits, you may see a revolution in that sort of thing. This is actually a really good placement for you, Virgo, if you're trying to break free of an addiction and start, whether it's addiction to food, money, sex, alcohol, anything. We can be addicted to, you know, being online, or there's any number of things that can present us with addictions. But because this is daily habits and lifestyle, if you're looking to revolutionize your lifestyle, Virgo, over the course of the next 6 months, this can help you. This can help serve you. It may be like reading a book or getting new information about health and lifestyle habits that will serve you to create this revolution in that 6th house of daily activities, health, work habits, all of those things that affect our day-to-day living. And 6th house is normally ruled by you, Virgo. So this is a new moon in your 6th house, which you normally rule. So it's really focused on changing your day-to-day habits. If you want to become someone new over the next 6 months through your health, through your work, or through your daily routine, this can help you change that. For Libra, this is in your 5th house of true love, creativity, children. This is a revolution happening, new information. There may be someone who comes in out of the blue. Aquarius has the energy of coming like a lightning bolt out of the blue. It's sort of like unexpected. So it could be that there's someone that comes in who's very unexpected, who ends up being in your house of true love. It could be that you have unexpected children over the course of the next 6 months. So those of you, whether male or female, be careful that you may have some children showing up. Unplanned pregnancies can happen when Aquarius is in the house of children, creativity, love. Aquarius is unexpected. It's also like new news coming in. So if you had creative projects that you had been working on, this could be new information regarding those. If it was an old project, it may come to life again over the next 6 months, Libra. Also, 5th house energies is things that for performances, if you were looking to perform something like a play or a music piece or a dance piece, Aquarius energy can help re-enliven that. It may mean that if you were looking for like a backer to back that person could come out of the blue, be very supportive. So that it rules all of those energies of true love. So this is unexpected information or someone unexpected showing up in your true love sector, or children, revolution, change, unexpected things in your children's sector, as well as performance, creativity, all the things that normally go with Leo. There's this Aquarian energy of new information, revolution, sudden things coming out of the blue that were unexpected. So that's for you, Libra, 5th house. For Scorpio, yours is showing up in the 4th house. So this transformation and revolution is going to be regarding your home. 4th house is home energy. It's nurturing energy. Sometimes it can have to do with our parents. Aquarius in Cancer can be like an unexpected thing happening with your home. It could be a revolution happening in your home, so transformation, something changing in your household. It could be like the upheaval or chaos of, renovating. So some of you Scorpios may be seeing some renovation over the next 6 months. It can sometimes mean like as literal as like a lightning bolt hitting your house over the next 6 months, or it could just be new information coming into your house. Perhaps you have, a foreigner or a stranger that comes into your house and brings you new information and transforms the way you live, transforms the way you interact with your home. So if you can imagine revolution, imagine new information, some sort of transformation, some sort of rebellion regarding your home. That's what's going on for you, Scorpio. It could be a very great thing. It could be that you transform your home completely into a new place that you love. This will give you the energy to do that if you've been waiting to do that. For Sagittarius, this is in your 3rd house of communication. So because the 3rd house is normally ruled by Gemini, that is a mental air sign, and so is Aquarius. So you may be able to communicate your thoughts more clearly during new moon period over the course of the next 6 months. You may be able to clarify your thoughts and your communication of your thoughts over the next 6 months. They both also rule the airwaves. So more so Gemini than Aquarius, but they both rule. Aquarius rules the information coming over the airwaves. So if you have anything to do with radio, or if you have anything to do with expressing or sharing, communicating information, original ideas, the originality is all Uranus, or even revolutionary ideas, you may find yourself discussing ideas that revolutionize things over the next 6 months. It's a good time for you to talk about things that are innovative, and speaking about things, communicating about things. That's all 3rd house energy, and especially with Aquarian themes, things that have to do with humanity, with social groups, with friendships, and with innovation and science. Really good time, say, if you were to be giving lectures about science or discuss things that are revolutionary. That's all featured for you over the next 6 months, Sagittarius. For Capricorn, This is happening in your second house. The new moon is happening in your second house of assets and possessions. So there may be some upheaval in terms of what you own or what you would like to own. If, for example, you only owned one type of thing in the past, this may totally change that. If you always liked modern houses, you may go for something that's more conservative. More likely the other way around. If you liked conservative, this Aquarian energy is very rebellious and shakes things up, so it may cause you to like something that's a little bit more bizarre or eccentric. You may go from something like owning something outright to owning things in community. You may, because this is assets and possessions and a new moon in your second house of assets and possessions with this Aquarian humanitarian group energy, this shows like it may have, you may have things beginning where it's joint ownership. So, for example, if you always owned your own business, this shows this energy coming in, maybe new information about owning things in groups, like, for example, like stocks, or it could potentially mean like investments, new information coming in, things that are joint owned, jointly possessed. So it could, I'm seeing for you, interestingly, Capricorn, maybe a good time to consult with an investor, financial advisor. Instead of having just your own ownership, it could be group ownership, however that translates for you. It could be incorporation. Any way that humanitarian themes come in, group ownership. You know, you may own things with your friends, like if you all go in on a boat together or land or whatever it is that you're looking to own or possess. That's second house energy. Aquarian energy says this could be related to science, humanitarianism, social ownership, or group assets. So that's my reading for you, Capricorn. I hope you enjoyed it, and that's for everyone, the new moon in Aquarius, and also the new year and the Chinese tradition of the monkey. Thanks so much for watching. Yours in the stars.